Buenos dias, buenos tardes, y buenos noches a todos en todo el mundo. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today. And today we have the Blazing Cup Grand Finals between Akatsuki and Hokori. And I'm going to be accompanied by the one and only Naina. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, hello. We are tuned in here to, well, I mean, you can tell right away we're here on open road, which is a great start, at least in my book. Always happy to see this campaign get brought out here. And yeah, we got two legendary South American teams, one being Akatsuki, and the other, of course, being the one and only Hikori. And not just that, but it is kind of the Hokori 4. We got Grizz, Shockwave, Yaft, and Zyko. Feels like we haven't had this lineup lately, and it's doesn't bode very well for Akatsuki because I'm looking at the Akatsuki roster, and that is not looking like what we typically see, right?
That's not their core four, is it?
I wouldn't say so.
They're gonna have a little bit of a battle here. Gonna have to fight against the core four of Akori. But I was also saying in chat that if you do want to become a champion and take down or just get your first #1 victory, who better would it be than to beat the core four of Akori to get that #1 win? It couldn't be better or any sweeter than that, to be honest with you. No, almost called you Woofy there. I was close.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a great point, and also another thing is that the Hikori dynasty. Well, I can't say dynasty because there's a team just named Dynasty. It kind of confuses things, but Hikori over the past couple of years has had a lot more dominant periods than they're currently sitting at right now. And so this is the core four, but this is also an opportunity for that throne room of Hokori to be toppled and to have someone new taking their place. Will it be Akatsuki here tonight? I'm not sure. Low pressure areas, they oftentimes are able to find that kind of ingenuity that other teams don't really think about. So especially now we're starting off in what could be unfamiliar territory for some teams. Certainly, some viewers at home are going to be unfamiliar with Open Road. It's not really the most common campaign that we see. And I can guarantee you Hikori is going to be very well equipped for it. But away we go into chapter 1 here. First tank of the game going to be Shockwave. And Hikori does have a smoker, charger, jockey, and a spitter ready to go. Massive hit waiting for Akatsuki.
Exactly, and as we begin 8 to 15 chapters of Left 4 Dead, we're gonna get how many will it be? We will see. There's a smoker pull forward. The Charger misses his spawn. Oh no, that would have been a good setup. It looks like the other spawns are frantically trying to find something, and it looks like they're just gonna back off and let Akatsuki get on top of this hill and just back off because they missed. They don't want to miss anymore, and that'll be exactly 1% for the opening attack coming from Hokori. Strong start for Akatsuki, but also a little bit of a misplay for Hokori from the gate.
How ironic is it that I prop up Hokori as this team that never misses a hit, and they have a failed charge rocket on the very first hit? Hey, even gods have to warm up from time to time, I do suppose. Gonna be rewarded with a boom, which isn't really that much of a reward. Tank is gonna be in 5%. What's the plan now for Hokori? It looks like they're potentially waiting for some run back chaos. The tank is the spitter. They're going to go ahead and send it around the corner. Charger finding nothing. Jockey does manage to get a tick. A couple ticks. Spitter in there as well. The damage isn't horrible. Obviously, boom is a big part of the hit, and there is a double boom there. Shockwave is going to eventually back it up, though, and start bringing in his dumpsters.
Yeah, it looked like he was debating on committing there right away now with that 2-boom, but I thought it would have been a little overzealous if he did go for it, but he said he's going to dig this dumpster out. And by the way, this one's not cooperating with him. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if he's going to have time to get both, though. No, let's see. This has to be... Wow, it couldn't have gone any better that way for him. All right, that one's over, so he's going to have time to get both. And that's just good tank play coming out from Shockwave. Nah, going to give them a lot of possibilities, but... Actually, I think he Can he get that other one? Nah, he's got to leave it.
Yeah.
Good try though. No, that was pretty close to getting them both in play.
He does get this one lined straight up, ready for a nice tee off to start off his engagement. If that's what he wants to do, Charger, Hunter, Smoker. Really, the only variable that Hokori is considering changing out is that Charger. It is, I mean, this is a pretty open field, but there are plenty of trees to spawn behind. I think you could definitely get a surprise charge, and it could play out well. He does actually go back for the dumpster, hits it way deep. Does get pretty close to hitting some of the survivors, but not quite. This is going to be the main dumpster. Wow, really just plops it right in. Almost gets a hit right away. Smoker one way. Tank hits the other. Ellis has to skate by him to try to get the clear, and the Hunter's not really ready for the cover. And he's going to be able to trap this guy into a corner. Alige is going to be going down with one more smack after this one. 2k HP left, make it 1800. 1k. He's going to have to walk. No Hokori decommit opportunity here. He's going to be kind of given an isolated player, though, but he won't be able to seal the deal. And down he goes. Just going to be a one single in cap. And that is pretty par for the course here on Chapter 1.
Yeah, I think it was one additional punch too onto a different survivor for the commit. I think that was the only thing. Smoker got a couple of ticks. The other SI really didn't do much of anything. And that's going to leave Akatsuki coming out of that tank fight with 95.2% going in, comes out with 66.7. Like you said, no, pretty standard tank coming out here. Just a little bit above average, I would say. Or with it being about 30% even, but now it's going to come up to this choke point. It's going to be a Poo-2. Jockey's going to pre-spawn. And what value can they get here? It's one of the team's best. How much can they get with a Poo-2? No. Let's see. And the Jockey finds a target. Everything's shut down. Pretty expected. And minimal damage, but they do find 2% in change. And this should allow Akatsuki to start this event and probably just hold W. I don't think they're going to wait this out at all.
It was kind of a shocking moment during the Hokori tank fight. I mean, the fact that Hunter wasn't ready for the cover, that would have been such a sealing of the deal to have two isolated survivors off on their own. But it's in the past. Going to have this last final hit, which does get absolutely shut down. Hunt spit, going to be able to get like a tick with that spit. And that's going to be that. Akatsuki had a kind of... It was a little bit scary moment for them during the tank fight, but they completely brushed it off, getting in with almost 1,000 points, shutting the door on Nicholas, because they can just afford to do that at that point. 952 points for them, and Hokori not making the biggest splash on their SI side of Chapter 1, but hey, we're here in open road. That is the way things can go from time to time. You have to getting one single damage the entire chapter.
Hey, at least he got his mozzarella stick in, right?
That's right.
Sorry, folks.
So he put up one, but this is
No
gonna...
marinara, but
Yeah, right? Nothing
yeah,
at
you
all.
did
No,
get
no
that one
sauce. No
stick.
sauce. No
Yeah,
sauce.
no sauce.
Yeah, nothing. But, okay, so Akatsuki is going to survive with a pretty respectable bonus on a chapter that is worth 400 distance. This is very good, 952 points. Now, Hokori's going to have to perform on their side, and Akatsuki needs just an in cap to kind of keep this dead even and maybe take an early lead. Plus, no, one thing that we didn't say yet is that this campaign does have a Chapter 5. So I wonder if what the rules are for this cup. I'm not 100% sure, but since it is best of 3, all the chapters should be played, to my opinion. So that's what I'm expecting to come out. And man, it could be something else to see Akatsuki get the first win or Hokori get the first win, the next team get the next win, and then no matter what, we go to a game 3. And I'll tell you deep down inside, nah, that's what I'm rooting for. But even though I played with Hokori for a little bit, very, very short period, my heart's with them. But it's always good to see an underdog try to come up there and take the champions down.
Definitely, and Akatsuki's been trying to do this for quite a while now. They've been very consistent with showing up to tournaments and placing better and better in them. We're going to see what they got up their sleeve. Open Road Finale is pretty ridiculous. We've cast some absolutely uncalled for Open Road Finales. Just, I mean, it's ridiculous. So I'm rooting to see it come into play. Will it not? We'll have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, the hit is looming over the heads of Hokori here. as we have Yaft and Zyko on our shotguns, Grizz and Shockwave, of course, in the back on the SMGs. And they are going to be accosted by, actually, look at the setup from Akatsuki. They have multiple cappers dropping down, going behind. They decide that's not the move. They climb back up. Again, it's a smoker charger jockey spitter, which can be huge damage. But a lot of it hinges around the charger actually landing. A charger is going, yeah, he's failing to jump as well. He has to just take it raw, and he actually lands onto Ellis. The spin has kind of had all the time in the world to be able to line that up properly, still fails to do so, which does take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Katsuki on the hit, but the hit is still worth plenty of damage. In fact, it got more than, we'll call it 2 hits that Hokori was able to send in. But the question is, will Akatsuki get that second hit? Jockey Hunter ready to go with the boomer as well, trying to beat the spawn. Elige gets a charger, but he is the tank, so he doesn't get to use it. Hunter and a jockey now with the boom, trying to get a spawn in as well, as the tank does press forward, climbs up on top of the roof, looking for a rock play, and it looks like they are going to also opt to just chill out.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be Elige getting his dumpster in play. Unfortunately, they couldn't get their second hit, but it didn't matter. Gotsuki's first hit did more damage than Hokori's first 2, so they kind of good job for them. And Elige got both dumpsters in a pretty good spot, I would say, here. No, uh-oh, that one didn't cooperate so well, but he has more than enough time to go get it. And I think he's going to have both in play, which is very respectable. They just killed the Hunter, though. So I think they might want the Hunter, though. No, I think you want Hunter, Smoker, Charger for this. Maybe they're going to have a Jockey instead. They still have time to sack, but it's going to be really risky to do so. So
I think you kind of always want a Hunter. You know, it's got so much utility.
I definitely agree. So the only downside is to get skeeted, but this is the dumpster in. He splits the survivors, kind of. No hittables are coming to play here at all. He's going to circle. The jockey lands up top, a couple of slams. The Charger's kind of left out with a pull in the back. That's going to be his end cap. Yeah, he's going to take Nick. That'll be his end cap. Second punch. Oh, no, wait. Yep, there's the down. He still has 3,000 HP. Maybe he tries to drag this out for a little bit by hiding, and he'll be able to do a little bit. Rock. Oh, not going to get it. They can't pick up either. And I don't know if he's going to get the chance. He tries to hit him with the dumpster, not going to get it. Backing up, 398 health left. He has more dumpster chances. He'll get hit 2 of them. Oh, this could be a cap on the Hunter guy. Oh, he just misses. It was so close. Second one not going to get it, and this tank should be cleaned up. Oh, that was so close to getting more hit caps. And Akatsuki will come out with about the same amount of damage. Hokori had 67.5% bonus. Wow, nah, almost dead even after each tank has been killed off.
It was looking really scary for Hokori there for a moment. It did kind of die down. We got the Charger, Hunter, Smoker, Spitter. They're already spawning in. They're going to send it in. They don't get any value from this hit either. And, okay, I mean, they've got Coach trapped in a side room, but I think that they should be able to just press through here pretty easily as well. I mean, they're shopping around. I don't know. Spawns are coming up. They can't decide. Look at Rochelle. They are going to go for it. Charger, Smoker, Jockey, and a Boomer ready to go. They could even maybe milk 2 hits out of this charge. It spawns in, but kind of hiding. Smoker in a charge follow-up. Rochelle takes him to the corner. Nice clear on the Charger, and everything does eventually get shut down. It's looking like a slight win for Akatsuki here. Question is, will this final hit be able to sneak in from Akatsuki?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're good. Smoker's trying. Nope. And I don't even think the Hunter can get a scratch. He gets to try. He's going for it. Nope. They're in. Yep, they got it. All right, so it's going to be up top. Akatsuki by about 30 points against Hokori down just a little bit. And pretty tight so far now after 1.
Not really the safest start here for Akatsuki, but hey, you definitely prefer that to what it often is when you're facing Hokori, which is being down multiple hundreds of points, maybe even multiple thousands of points after the first chapter, is how it can go when you're playing against Hokori. we go to chapter 2 of Open Road, which is a very unique chapter, I would say. We've kind of got this enclave that the survivors begin at, and it's just a really unique hit to start out, and it doesn't really get any less unique from there as they drop into the sewers. They have to run through that area, climb back out of the sewers. There's just lots of unique hits going on.
Yeah, and look at, I mean, oh man, this is where the decision can be made from a tank to make a good play and a bad play for this tank is because it's in the sewers. No, if the tank wants to go and try to come from behind, which sometimes it's definitely more advantageous to do that. I've seen some people do it and it work out, but if the team catches you doing that and the survivors push
Mm,
forward, which we have seen before, the tank
yeah.
just goes AI, and next thing you know, there's a 6,000 health tank chasing the survivors, and the survivors can go all the way up forward to that point where the death charge is in the middle and just stay all the way on this other side of on top of the hill and just shred that tank, and nothing can happen. There's no spawns in there either till the event started, so it's just something you don't want to have happen to you. And it looks like we're waiting for Gohan to return. But more so, no, I think that since Akatsuki got this lead, the play would be here is if they don't get spit blocked, they can rush down that hole and not take a hit before they go down. And I don't think Hokori's going to let that happen and try to make sure that spit block happens and keep the spitter alive as well.
I might be devaluing Akatsuki's own experience when I say this, but I think they would have preferred to have about 27 less points than they have right now. So they could go on the SI side to start off, get to see how Corey.
Oh,
I don't know.
new player. Kratos came in.
Kratos, that is just a rename of Gohan.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So nothing too surprising there as he does kind of change his name around. It's just going to be a continuation here. I don't know if I'd rather be on the Survivor or the SI to start it off. It sounds like um, it sounds like a tank fight that you need to be prepared for before it starts. And I'm pretty damn confident Hikori is going to be prepared for it. Question for me is going to be, is Akatsuki prepared for it?
Well, we'll see. They're going to start off. Opening attack is only going to be a 2-2. They do have a hunter. Accompany that jockey. Let's see what value they can get from it. Spitter's ready to go. Jockey ready to go. Boomer is repositioning. Trying to get a cheeky spawn to rocket in there. Walks it in. Does get a proxy onto one. This will clear out the commons for Akatsuki. They'll probably like this play. It'll cause a little delay. They go for a pre-spit. The hunter lands. Clears are a little slow. The spit won't get much damage though, and a good shutdown from Akatsuki. But more or less though, look at Null. There's no way they can all rush because Yats is about to spawn. And if he has a capper, they gotta watch Gohan in the back.
Definitely, definitely, because Gohan did decide to play in the safe room. Also got spit blocked between the two, so no major surprise there. Smoker is actually gonna go for Nick, and the charge drops in. The spit also going for it. Wow, interesting hit there. I thought for sure Akatsuki was going to be made for to pay for it, but the Smoker actually going for Nick. And they're going to reposition into another 2-2. Smoke charge into the spit. Boomer on the corner. Maybe going to try to get a stumble. Not going to happen, but still is plenty of damage. Basically get another chance of the hit for free. They don't lose any of their SIs. They just drop back in, send it again. And I don't know. This tank is going to be spawned in while they're in the sewers, which I do think Akatsuki will opt to just stand here and just fight the tank down here, get plenty of chip on the engage.
Yeah, I kind of like going back up the hole just creates another conundrum, but it is probably better to negate damage from the tank. But if Akatsuki is content with just having this tank commit and have their SI and their survivor play go out. Just don't want to get tri-capped when the tank gets the corner. You can wipe out down here. So here it goes. Grizz is making his way in. They don't chip him up too much. Only 1,000 points. The Charger's coming in the back. The Charger gets a double. This is not good. He throws a rock. Hits a survivor. Turn punch gets Rochelle. Switches over. Well, the hunter takes Rochelle. They clear the hunter. Grizz punches a survivor, eats his pills. He switches and leaves the DB go.
Ooh.
I don't know about that, but he's getting a lot of spread, and this is a really good tank coming out from Hokori now, taking about 40% of Wei, and it looks like it doesn't pay off for Agassi to stay down here, in my opinion. The only thing that's going to be beneficial is they only have 3 infected to deal with on the way up, and it doesn't look like it's going to be good spawn, so hands up on Hokori, better tank.
Definitely. I mean, just an absolute bloodbath. Whatever he could get his hands on, he was just sending it. The double charge, starting off the engage, did Akatsuki no favors at all. I will say, I think that this is the typical way that we see teams, like, for example, I feel like there was a lot of open road in RBT7, and we saw teams take this very similarly. So I want to know if Hokori does have that trick up their sleeve, if they do plan on bringing it back. But you know what? We got to focus on the rest of this chapter as it stands, because there's another double boom coming out. Akatsuki is choosing the level-headed strategy of just, you know, staying in, clearing commons from the top of the pipeline. But they've got 2 players actively bleeding out during all of this.
Yeah, and that Boomer's going to get his boom back too now. So he's got his boom again. They got to either fake this Boomer out or just come up and deal with it.
Ooh.
And okay, 2 survivors don't come up the hole. The Charger gets a fist. Smoker's getting, they're getting very little damage. About 30 points come through. But they do get a survivor slow, so now Corey's going to get more hits. Unless Akatsuki finds pills and pills fast.
Right, yeah, I mean, we're looking at perma-slow territory for sure. In fact, they're already in that. We have Boo bleeding out, so even if they do find a set of pills, Boo's about to be slow as well. Hunter hops in from behind and actually goes for the shotgun players in the back, and he lands it. The charge comes in and gets him as well, even though Boo is able to empty away the jockey. They do get that set of pills over to him, but like I said, I mean, he ate, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner all in that fight. That engagement right there, and so Gohan, those pills were kind of reserved for Gohan, but gotta pass them over to Boo at this point.
Yeah, and this is very beneficial for Hokori. They have a lot of opportunities so far, and they have still more chance for damage. Hunter pouncing around. Looks like they're going to go for a tri-cap with Boom. Inside, Jockey gets emptied. Boomer proxy. Smoker pull in the back. Gets cleared right away. Hunter might wait now. And I think the Hunter is just going to wait. Yeah, Hunter's going to back off. And they'll get one more hit before safe room. But look at the damage still piling through now, down to 328 points left. And they're really separated right now. Oh, never mind. That's the Hunter. I thought that was a survivor.
Well, they still are, but not going to bite at that. Just going to wait for Akatsuki to push a little bit further. This is a really scary way to end the chapter as well. Wow, the double boom gets a spawn, and they actually make it a triple, and the alarm. This is a disaster for Akatsuki, and they walk there on their own accord as well. As Aisha goes down, Boo is literally swimming in the spit, doing the butterfly in the spit there. Coach is barely, look at the teammates, like literally not even clearing the comments while they try to pick up their player who's on the ground. This is like my Cedar Bug teammates right here. Jockey even landing on the head as Coach gets picked up. Massive dropping of the ball from the Akatsuki, dropping a globe's worth of bonus all onto the ground. The whole planet of Akatsuki destroyed, and one fatal swoop from Hokori. They are still clinging to 20% HB, held on to by Rochelle and Nick. Question is, will they be able to eat through that as another player goes down?
Oh man, Charger looking around. Only points are on Rochelle and Nick. They got to be careful with their points. It looks like they're going inside and just leaving the person, and that was points. Trying to get the points inside.
You seriously
Now it's only the Hunter left to delay this. I don't think he's going to be able to. No. And they'll finally get everybody up. Or can they? The Spitter delay this. Oh, he can't find a spawn. Spit block. Let me see. Are the points inside? Yeah, the points are inside. So nothing will be lost if they hit the 2 here. And they will make it in and hold on to that 140 points. No, they desperately need it. Actually, I think it rounded down. They only gave them 136. And they'll have 1688 for 2. And Hokori now has a really good chance to take a couple 100-point delta if they can take this tank pretty well.
Yeah, I'm pretty shocked that Akatsuki got any bonus there in at the end. I thought they were just gonna wipe out there with the triple boom, the alarm car, all that, but they do manage to still get 140 points in. Question is, how many points is Hokori going to be getting? Because they can definitely lay waste to Akatsuki at this point. The tank is, I mean, like you said, there are lots of options for the tank. They could go for, let's see it. I mean, actions speak louder than words. The ready ups are out. We've got one hit, maybe two, and then we're going to be seeing this. Actually, it's probably 2 hits, maybe 3, and then we're going to be seeing this tank fight. So let's go ahead and get it. Pre-spit. Everything shut down as Hokori holds their S keys. And we do have the potential for a quad, but I don't think they really want that. Boom, going to find nothing. Spitter might get picked. They might have the forcible quad. He's trying to get away, and he will.
Spitter was flirting with danger there.
Yeah.
Well, this is the big choke point, though. They can catch Hokori with their pants down, but Hokori's not rushing it. They know that the spawns are up. They're going to take this as cautiously as possible. Oh, he's going up for the spit. Shockwave trying. Not able to get it. They're trying to find her. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to pick her, so it's going to be all in this transition. And all the cards are on top. I don't see anybody down below. So it's either going to be landing or missing. One or the other.
I was wondering if they could just try to hit while the hunting was coming out with some rocket spawns, but they chose not to. They're getting the hunter spawn. Hunter immediately is down to 180. They're going to send it now. And yeah, I feel like they were better served to just send it when they had a huge 2-2 split, in my opinion. But regardless, oh, they actually are going to eat a good amount of spizz. Grizz just backs that booty down on into it. We still have the smoker. Okay, he's just going to go ahead and chill out for the time being as they set up inside the sewer.
Aisha is going to be the tank, and Aisha is the spitter, but I don't think they have any plan on holding the spitter to have it go AI and commit with the tank, which you know I'm a big fan of now. I always talk about it. It looks like one more chance for damage. Boomer. Oh, he does land. Not bad at all. Poo-2 attempt in the spit. Not bad. They get almost 2% out of it, but since to it to Poo-2. Oh, look at that. And into the spit. Common Slap sneaking in too. Not bad considering the spawns that they had, but it is tank time. Second tank of the game before Akatsuki into the hands of Aisha. And let's see what Hokori chooses to do. And they're going all the way back. No. They're going to do what probably Akatsuki should have done.
Hey, this is why I was wondering if it might be better for Akatsuki to start off on the survivor side, or to start off on the infected side, so that Hokori can show them the way, so to speak. But maybe that was in the playbook, and they just chose not to go for it. But regardless, Hokori certainly will go for it. Now, Aisha, in response, will be able to bring in this car. So that is something. We see him lining it up right now.
And it's in a good spot. Boomer sack though, but yeah, he's in a good spot. He just got to be careful. He can't fall into the middle of the trenches here, because you will die instantly. Can't go in there with your tank, and I think it's just waiting for that spawn to come up. And the question is, what do you want that other spawn to be? And I would, it's tough now, because you know what the jockey could do, but the smoker is a lot more easier to line up a guaranteed car hit compared to a jockey finding a target. So it's really hard to call what the best set of spawns here for the commit would be, in my opinion.
I agree. I do think Charge is a tough sell here, but they seem to be fine with it. They're going to send in the hit now. As Aisha walks in with the car, Charge finding nothing. They do split 2-2 with the car. Actually, yeah, 2-2 with the car. Hunter's still hopping around, but 2 of the SIs are dead, sending them in to their death, basically. Just for free, Aisha gets baited into the car hit onto Grizz. It feels a little bit like putt-putt. Where, you know, you're going for the hole-in-one, otherwise you are out of play. It is going to be able to get some good smacks on the Shockwave. Tries to go for a decommit here. Did get some decent damage out, but, I mean, we're looking at almost 1,000 bonus left. They certainly didn't eat into the bonus. They did kind of do the bare minimum of almost getting a player in cap. I guess we'll kind of count that, but hey, he's not done yet. He's still got 1,000 HP. He's still got a smoker and a charger. We'll see. But Hokori is just lined up really well. I will say, Coach feels like he's playing danger a little bit compared to the rest of his teammates here. I mean, potential for a smoke or jockey, but maybe this is a bait more than anything. And the teammates look like they're ready enough. Especially Smoker Tom, not gonna be able to get a whole lot rolling as it does go on to Coach. Graves should be able to turn around and finish him off. It takes a while. Charge landing as well, but unfortunately, Aisha cannot get the ball rolling with the cars. Trying his damnedest there with a couple Hail Marys at the end, but we are still looking exactly as I said about a minute ago at this point. About a 900 bonus potential for Hokori.
Yeah, with that commit there, no, I would have liked to see all the SI go on to 2 of the survivors instead of 2 and 1, which is just easy cleanup. Otherwise, that smoker could have covered that charger. The tank could have did a little bit of a better job of being able to just a body block or do whatever to let that damage happen up there, but it doesn't. And Hokori comes out with 71.8% bonus. And right now, if they would walk in the safe room, they'll take about a 750-point lead. This is huge for them. And they don't even have a full set of spawns to deal with at the top of the hole if they choose to rush this. They can. And it might be exactly what they do. The spawn just came up. It's a smoker, too. They don't have a charger. And it's just going to be... And the jockey fell in the water. That's what I was talking about. You can't be in that area. That is an insta-kill. And look, they get the hole for free. And nothing comes out. And it is starting to unravel for Akatsuki now. And hopefully they can bounce back now.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Chapter 2 of Open Road is kind of the difference maker a lot of the times. Don't get me wrong, Chapter 3 can be a big pressure point as well, but it just feels like dreams are really made and broken here in this Chapter 2. And certainly some dreams currently, I would say dreams more being broken than being made right now, as Akatsuki is eyeing down the barrel of a 75, about 3/4 bonus lock-in for Hokori, unless they can get a hit right now. I mean, if they don't get a hit right now, then Hokori is just going to be able to walk into the safe room as a result. So they need to be able to say, obviously not literally right now, they can wait for the event, but they need to make this hit work absolutely, and they don't have the spitter. They've got a boom as well. Jockey Hunter Charger boom. We'll see what they can do with this. Wow. Okay, they're going to send it in. And easy enough for Zyko. Boomer hopping down to his death, and Corey just gets to waltz into the safe. That was just a bizarre hit. And they gave up safe room for free. I don't see how Corey doesn't just walk in here.
Yep.
And that's what they'll do.
And there we go, and that's going to turn the game upside down. 2,468 to Akatsuki 1688. They're down, what is that, 600 even about. A little bit less. Now, they desperately need to win the next few chapters because the Hokori really pole vaulted forward here.
Definitely. As we go to Chapter 3, there is still hope, in my opinion, here for Chapter 3. Chapter 4, it doesn't feel like there's so much potential to get it back unless you can do something totally crazy. And the finale is, of course, a huge oddball or a curveball if they can, and an oddball if they can actually get that momentum to make it to the finale. We'll have to see. 61% tank, which I do feel like is kind of chill compared to the earlier tanks. Things can get very spicy on the earlier tanks, and I don't think Hokori necessarily needed a leg up here in Chapter 3, but I think that they'll be granted a leg up regardless with the 61%er.
Yeah, this is the last chance, I would say, to make up a lot of points for Akatsuki, because Chapter 4, you don't make nothing up. The one good thing about the finale is it's worth 800 distance, but you have a lot of difficult chokes to get to the event, and 2 tanks spawn on the finale, so it's a lot more to deal with. It's almost impossible to get some points made up in that scenario, so we'll see what they could do here. Akatsuki needs to perform. The Hunter is actually in an area where he's being forced to crouch, so he gets a free pounce. He will make no noise with the pounce, so it's just... And they know he's there too. Hunter, oh, it's beautifully done. The charger misses. And the smoker comes out for the end. Good stack order. And they're just going to trigger this alarm because they want the better weapons and melees.
Okay. We rarely see this come into play, but it does. And Hokori is going to bring it into play here. They're going to go ahead and trigger the alarm car as well, as they take it to a side room to just vibe out here for a bit. But, I mean, it's a Jockey Hunter Charger Spit. But that being said, everything coming one by one, it's kind of reminiscent of the Danger Room on Dead Before Dawn. It's like, yeah, you can try it. It's probably not going to find a ton of value. I think Akatsuki wants to hold this for a high value area, like a stairwell, perhaps.
And I think that's where it's going to be, because these spawns are phenomenal. I'd be very happy with it. So this is just doing nothing but just delaying the time of the match for a little bit, and maybe the survivors boosting their common kills for the stats at the end. That might be one thing that they're doing. But Akatsuki is going to focus in this stairwell when they have to make their way up, because they have to trigger another event, and they're probably going to go upstairs and hide, or they might even push forward just to take the hedge maze so they don't get a hit in it. That's very possible.
I just think this is such a sick move by Hokori. It's like they immediately recognize that Akatsuki's going to have an amazing hit. You know, if they had okay, we are going to see the hit come out. Got to chill out here a little bit. Hunter is all they're going to be able to find. Jockey coming in for a scratch. Not really. I mean, look at this, 97.5% left. But you know what I mean? Like, if like, I don't know. It just, maybe Hokori was going to do that regardless of what the hit was, but it worked so perfectly for the situation they were in, because they're like, oh, you want to send it on us? Okay, go ahead and use your Hunter Charger Jockey Spit, like super high value hit at this awful spot. And it basically made Akatsuki where they had to cede over the entire wave after wave of commons over to them. It does come in at a pretty awkward spot. They're actually going to get stumbled by the boom before the spit can come out. And MK, they're not taking damage at all.
Yeah, the spitter really fumbled the bag there, doll. That should have been a free spit with how alone that survivor was around the corner. A little disappointed in that. And look at how little damage they have taken. The spitter's trying to get something, but doesn't make it over the top. No free damage, and these commons are almost over. This will be the last hit if they want with commons in tow, before they're able to push forward and get this tank up. But the spitter is out of position, so they're just going to wait, and they're actually not going to get the hit now. Or will they? Could be wrong. I don't know anymore.
I don't either. I mean, it's theirs for the taking. Okay, they are going to go instant in. Smoke pool up above. Jockey does hop through, but the smoker tongue gets cleared, and that player is then able to clear for the Jockey. Great chain of command here for Hokori, as Akatsuki does manage to, sneak a little bit of damage through. But Boo is going to be the tank, and he has got 91.5% of the bonus to rip through. This is a tough spot for him. I want to say that there's at least one hittable here for him, and he is going to have to make it work. There's a dumpster. I wanted to say we have a car as well, but we at least have a dumpster here.
Yeah, I think this is, he doesn't have time to go back and get the other one. Plus, if they go back to get the other car, you're in danger of them running the map on you. That's the downside. And Hokori will not wait around.
Right.
They're going to be out if you're going to let them do so. But he's going to have his dumpster in an okay position. He's second pass here. And man, does he ever need a big one, though. This needs to be a huge tank coming out for Akatsuki.
Absolutely. Boo. Relative newcomer to the roster. He's definitely proven his worth, but okay. Decent first hit. Not a bad first hit at all, but Hokori is so ready to be able to dip and dive and dodge a raw dumpster hit like that. They take it inside the diner. Already half HP for this tank as he gets his first smack. Able to connect onto Coach as well. Charger comes in from the side. No. As Nick even drops off the table to immediately dodge any stumbles or anything. He gets an in cap, he gets an extra smack on Zyko, and that is it.
Yeah, pretty average tank coming out there. Unfortunately for Akatsuki, not much bigger than that. He gets an in cap and an extra slap. So a little bit above normal. The DB is just broken open onto Yapt, and this is going to already be the last special infected attack on this chapter, because Hokori is not slow. And they need to make it count with a 2-2 Hunter Smoker Jockey, Spitter and Boom. Here they go, Smoker ready. Spit goes. Hunter is not even spawned yet. Finally goes in. He's just going to get skeeted. And short work of that, indeed. And Hokori's going to walk in with 64% of the bonus gnaw. Big bucks coming out.
Definitely. And Akatsuki are going to be feeling their backs against the wall. They have basically no hope to get points back in this chapter. They're just going to be trying to tread water and buy some time. You know, it's so much of this is a mental game, and it doesn't feel like Akatsuki is doing much more than wet noodling at the moment. A decent attempt by Boo for sure, but again, this is just not working according to plan. Good attempt, but they are going to walk it in up to almost 4K after 3 chapters of play with the 1,444 pointer there on chapter 3. And yeah, I personally would not want to be going down 0-1 to Hokori in a championship match, but it is looking like that's what might be happening here if Akatsuki can't get this under control.
Yeah, they need to win the round now, and 70% will win the round when they only gain 100 points, and they're down 800, so it's almost like Corey's guaranteed this first game at this point, barring... Well, we have to see what they do as survivors. If they're able to at least make up the 100 points, maybe there's a possibility, but that's not a really good start at all. The Charger gets 17 points onto a lead, all the way down to 73, and there's a Boomer. Slaps getting damaged too. Some friendly fire goes out, and this is a rough start for Akatsuki. Now 6% from the gate without a spitter.
I love it. I love it from Hokori that's just sending an isolated charger. They're reading Akatsuki like a book. They know that they're frustrated, and they know a hit like that's going to get in their heads. Look at this stumble into spit. More stumbles through the spit. Elise is absolutely getting drained of his blood. And this is just a disaster here for Akatsuki as they've already almost lost the round.
Yeah, they caught him off guard. That little bit of a delay was enough to allow Hokori to get set up. And look at this, their spawns are already coming up. They're trying to make the same moves that Hokori had, but they don't have the speed momentum. The Smoker's going to try to get a pull back here. It does miss the pull up top onto Boo, so they're going to be able to push forward, but they haven't gotten to the high ground yet. Looks like they want to try to make a play on them. Pre-spit goes out. Oh, there's... Nope. Just one tick of spit, looks like they'll be alright.
Yeah, super quick thinking by Rochelle, avoiding the brunt of the damage there from that spitter. But you know what, MK? We've got the Boogeyman coming up. We got the Zyko tank, and I mean, this guy is just able to make... He's able to move mountains when it comes to the tank, and he's also able to throw mountains at the survivors. I mean, his rocks just seem to be heat-seeking. We'll see what he can do this time around. It's not the easiest tank to find a lot of value with, but if there's anyone who's going to be able to find it, we'll see if he can do it. Boom comes out onto one. Hunter hopping around in the meantime. Is this the instant? He's kind of wander. Okay, he's up in the upper level of the diner. He's going to take it out the back, start going for hittables.
Wait, what? No, my goodness, look at that dumpster. Wow,
Wow.
that's beautifully done. And they're not going to hesitate. Are they just going in right away? I don't agree with this at all. Oh, this is going to be disastrous. There goes the Smoker pull. Oh, wait a minute. This might work out. He does get a punch, though. But the Hunter lands. Oh, this is going to be really bad for Akatsuki. That Hunter is ripping up that Survivor. I mean, he hasn't picked a corner yet. He finally gets a corner. That Hunter gets the in cap. Smoker doesn't get the cover. They clear all the SI. 2 in caps, and I think that'll be it.
It's tough to get this pickup, though, as Ellis, okay, he's going to be able to hold it. 500 HP Zyko. Trying to hide inside the diner. Tossing another rock, and he will go down, but still getting 2 in caps on Akatsuki. It's already going to win Hokori the round. Obviously, as we have the pickup, 5-10. They're already losing the chapter by over 300. This is not good. And it's only going to get worse because they still have a quarter of the chapter left to go. Look at the jockey already perched up above. Boomer ready for an arc. And I don't think Akatsuki's going anywhere fast.
No, this is going to be a rough one for them to transition. They can't lose anything here. Free boom. Actually, that'll probably work out in their favor if, or maybe not actually. The Commons are missing the drop down. Oh, they're jumping up. That's funny. And I don't know if they're going to go before this boom is ready, but I think they should. Probably right about now would be the good transition. Oh, the boomer gets in there. What a shot. Big damage coming out. Survivor separated 2 and 2. Only one charger, though. He doesn't have a charge, so they'll be able to get through. Boo is slow. And all right, he hit the ground with 300 left. And another special infected attack coming in as well. And not only that and all, but they're going to go down, what is this, another 500 points.
Yeah, this is nasty for sure. And look at this. They're so slow and they're so split too. It's like they've already conceded at this point. I mean, we've got Nick and Coach. They are in their own, off in their own little world, not even paying attention to their other teammates, not paying attention to the health levels, the speed levels, not turning around. You know, I mean, it's good practice. Even if it hits not up, you just do a quick 360 or even a 180 into a 180. Just, you know, be checking, make sure your team is close by you, and we got players not even paying attention to that, not even doing the bare minimum. So it's a little bit concerning to say the least. Hunter does manage to, you know, slow them down even more, hops through, finds him. Jockey, it's tri-cap, takes him into the corner. Down goes Gohan, and down goes Boo as well.
They'll get everybody up. They'll be lucky if they have 100 points. They'll have 111, and maybe it'll round them up and give them 112 because they desperately need it. And no, it did not. It rounded them down to 108. Rough for Akatsuki. Down 15, over 1,500 now.
Well, it's not even 11-11, but they are going to need to make a wish here because that's about all they can do. Here with 2 chapters left of Open Road. This chapter 4 is, we're going to see the tank spawn 51%. I mean, I feel like the survivors, they don't even really care. They just like walk. Well, actually, do they walk it all the way back? I think that's probably what they'll do. But it's possibly not. But I mean, if you can.
I know it's going to be different for everybody, but why don't we get back to the action here as we are going live. And let's see what Akatsuki can do against Hokori, needing some kind of miracle with the opening attack. Jockey, Boomer, Hunter, Spitter, ready to go.
Interesting hit waiting for them right as they walk outdoors. Double boom does manage to get through, but it does get popped. Gonna be the first thing they get back in their next hit, which is always kind of a bummer for the SI side. But if they wait long enough. 8 seconds left for Boo. And Hokori's surely going to send it here. 3, 2, 1. Don't let Boo get a smoker. And now they send it. They get the full hit. Hunt spit with the jockey overlapping with the smoker. They try to take him into the spit. Obviously, Hokori. Time to kill is way too quick for the jockey to be able to do that. But it's still worth 6%. It's a respectful first hit of Akatsuki.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That was a great opening shot. I do see some people asking in chat if there's a couple of European, or if there's any European scene. But yes, they do play in the international cups. There's a couple of top European teams, a couple of them playing in another World Cup. Pretty quick calls. That's one we like. The Hunter does land, gets cleared right away. Charger does land, gets cleared right away. Boomer lands and gets popped. So everything finds a target, and they put a little bit more damage on without that spitter, taking them down to 90% even. Looks like they're starting to get a little bit of a groove here now. Maybe they can get some momentum possibly on the other side of this or just into the next campaign.
Yeah, right. I mean, any sort of momentum that they can get going into the next campaign would be amazing. It maybe even, you know, the amount of momentum that they would get from winning this one. We'll see if that is the case or not. Spit blocked. Smoker immediately cleared. Hunter hopping around. Yeah, looks they're trying to buy time for, you know, some hittables to get through, but that hittable goes deep into the waters below. And Hokori does look like they want to play it a little bit cheeky and take it forward here.
Oh, nope, now they're running. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they are. Are we getting a little Dead Before Dawn map 1 action going on here?
a little bit crazy here. Definitely thinking about it.
Wow, they're really aggressive on this tank.
Yeah.
See, they know they can be. This was something I was questioning. And they're gonna go for it. Oh, this is really risky. Now they left their tank alone. And he's down 2,000 already. He's gotta
I
back
like
off.
the idea that Aisha had more, you know, using that jockey kind of hopping around, not dying off, keeping the threat alive while slowing them down. But the Charger going in just kind of plays their hand. Now they got a Smoker and a 28 HP jockey, and they are eventually going to bring it back and set up.
I don't know if he's gonna make it. He's gonna go AI.
Good
5,
point.
10%, 5%.
Shockwave.
Oh,
Give him vision.
they give him vision. Here he goes. I don't know if he's gonna get anything though. He might actually just go AI anyways. Yeah, he did.
Oh, the delayed AI. There's nothing but a hunter to help out. It will get the hit and the stumble. Legendary tank. Okay, really, dude. I really know. I mean, honestly, Valve, like, you couldn't have made the tank try a little bit harder with the rocks. I mean, it's embarrassing. Every time the AI tank goes for a rock, it's just an absolute embarrassment. Well, that was a dinner and a show, but unfortunately not really the kind of show that Akatsuki was hoping for. It was more of a comedy, and they were hoping for kind of a horror movie. So 15% is what Hokori is going to be down after the multiple hits and the tank. So not a great spot for them. They are going to be able to press forward with another hit in the books.
85.6% bonus is one of the highest I think we have seen so far after a tank has been killed off, and the survivor teams have navigated 50% of the map on Chapter 4. And I mean, this is a pretty easy Chapter 4 though, not, but this is huge. The infected just unable to find anything, and they have a one-way drop coming up, and man, do they need to make it work. And they're just going to go early here. The Hunter from the back. Oh, he does land, but the Charger misses. Jockey finds a target. Boomer will get stuck in a bush, and I think his vomit got blocked, so it doesn't land on anybody. And now the survivors will be able to double up on pills and just push through this choke point uncontested.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Yeah.
And this is where they needed the death, in my opinion.
Reloading.
They do manage to get over. I agree with you 100%. Man, we got another hit coming out. Hunter, Smoker, Charger, and a Spitter. Hunter's already spawned in off behind the survivors. And he is just going secret. He's going Splinter Cell mode. But they catch him, and he's down to 100 HP. He's hopping along on some invisible walls, and oh, boom. Oh, he's baiting into the charge. The Hunter will actually manage to land, but can't pair it with anything else.
Oh, and I mean, just look at their bonus still 80% plus, and they just took the last choke point where their spawn's above them. So now it's just coming around corners. They're actually going to walk in with 1,000 bonus, put up 1,600 plus on one chapter. This is probably the largest I've ever seen on this campaign for 4 maps. They're actually going to exceed 5K. Actually, they're 5.5. If they shut this down, they do. Spitter gets picked as well. And Hokori's just putting on a clinic now. Look at this. 5,592 points for 4 chapters of open road. And Hokori lost the first map too, by the way, no, just saying.
Yeah, right. Good point. Yeah. What a recovery from them. I mean, you know, if you could even call it that, they did look a little bit shaky on chapter 1. The first hit, almost the separation. There were a lot of moments, but they definitely shook it off after that first chapter. We've got 2 ready-ups left to go before Hokori are probably going to be delivering the death blow to Akatsuki here. And we'll go on to the next one. It is going to be the Hunter, Jockey, Spitter, and a Boomer. Sorry, Alice is just talking in my ear the entire time while I'm trying to deliver commentary. But in the meantime, Hokori is going to go ahead and set up on top. and with the hunter around the army truck.
Get him out before his heart stopped. But to this day, Keith has no sensation in his right foot and doesn't recognize his brother Paul.
Dallas, dude. Yeah. Oh no. What was that? Yeah, I mean, they've already taken on almost as much damage as Hokori post tank, post multiple hits after tank. I mean, the two players inside the safe room opting not to save the jockey guy and instead leaving it to Aisha to run through an entire, yard of spit. Almost gets charged in the meantime as well. Gohan gets pulled back, and yeah, that's another 5%er.
I'm gonna reload.
I'm reloading.
Reloading.
I hear a hunter.
Reloading.
Hey,
Watch
look
out.
out!
Yep, I mean, this is what we typically see because the tank fight is just so free once you get to that open space that you don't really need the chip. That was just kind of a Hokori flex, just showing that they could spin those plates so perfectly that Akatsuki couldn't get any meaningful damage in, even when they gave them it on a silver platter. Just kind of Hokori on a flex here. Akatsuki is going to make the more normal person decision, and they're going to hold up around the safe room and prepare to fight Yak. Running away. I like it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Akatsuki has had those moments, but Hokori has just been like non-stop with it. Like there's just been really no missed opportunities for Hokori. Look at that. Speaking of, they're gonna try to. I love the attempt out of Hokori. They can't quite piece it together, but the Yak is gonna go down.
Reloading. Reloading. Good to go. Big coming.
Reloading.
Charger!
Charger. Done like dinner.
Ow! Hey!
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love that they're not completely waving the white flag. They need to keep it going in situations like this, and I applaud them for it. We do have, kind of another piecemeal hit coming out of Hokori, not finding a ton of value, just kind of tossing random stuff at the wall. And it's going to allow Akatsuki to continue holding the W key and pressing onward through this chapter. Got about 20% left of it
I'm reloading.
until they are going to be able to walk into the Starry Night safe room.
I can't see!
Okay.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Okay, I sure hope so. This one is
Loading.
most likely going to be coming to a conclusion. Let's go ahead and see them as they walk it in. Will the GHs come out? The GGs come out? Or will we be going to this finale? They don't seem too quick to announce it. Okay, immediately going to the next one. And it looks like we are going to Dice Scraper Redux for our next campaign.
And also for those people who would be interested, we also have Left to Learn games that are probably going to be hosted either Tuesday or Wednesday coming up. We'll post it tomorrow if we're doing it Tuesday or if we're doing it Wednesday. That was pretty popular last week, so if the viewers are interested in playing, it's basically a community game where we play with the viewers. But for now, let's get it back to the action. Opening attack, Charger Boomer, Smoker Jockey, and they drop down. The Charger goes down really late, and the sack order is going to be the only thing that was good besides the 3-boom or the quad boom.
Yeah, they were. Hokori was like, "There's no spit here, so we can definitely afford to just bring it back to this little, enclave in the back." And Akatsuki, like you said, they were late to the draw. They needed to read that was Hokori's game plan, and they did not read that. Not gonna have a smoker here either, which can be a pretty good tool for the drop down area. We'll go ahead and say, I mean, they've got, most of the main pieces. They've got the spitter, they've got the charger, they've got 2 other in-cappers, in the jockey and the hunter. So they've definitely got plenty of control. I'm just thinking, if the hunter gets skeeted, charger can get dodged pretty easily as a result. Maybe not easily. I mean, this is a very narrow walkway, but you've always got the potential for basically killing a player, maybe even killing 2 players, as we have the jockey ready to drop in from the little secret hole up above them, and the hunter waiting by the side. This was shenanigans here for Akatsuki.
Yeah, but I do think you're correct. There's not going to be a tank spawn in these hallways. If it's going to be, it'll be at the last step, so there's no threat. It is. Okay. Is this board's coming from somewhere? Did they trigger it? All right, choke point up. They've talked about it. Who's going to be first? Looks like it's going to be Yaft or Zyko. Yaft drops down. Charger lands.
Okay.
Bitter goes.
Yeah.
Oh, they go for the top. Oh, they get them both. No, they get a two. They kill them up top. Oh my goodness. This is what Akatsuki needed. They are going to wipe out Hokori no matter what. There's no way they survive. No, how do you feel right now?
Wow. Unbelievable. Sexito. Only having to kill 2 survivors, they're going to immediately rush it down just to try desperation to get into the safe room. They're not that far away, but he's going to cash in onto Yap. The smoker is not going to quite get cleared, and that will be the end of the round. Just like that, 198 points is all Hokori's going to get. And yeah, I did say that this was an option. I didn't think that Akatsuki was actually going to go for this, so I'm kind of shocked. But they basically went for an extremely high risk, high reward play, and they hit jackpot.
Wow. What a turn of events. They play it, they don't even cover the charge, and it works up in their favor. Both infected win their 1v1s and pull it off. They leave Yaft and Zygo to fight for themselves as Grizz and Shockwave get capped in the back. And this is an amazing momentum shift. The only question is, now, can they ride the momentum into a victory of Game 2? We'll have to see with their Survivor side.
It all came down to the 1v1, honestly, with Shockwave and that jockey. The jockey waited and Shockwave meleeed. Jockey wins those. Just kind of a skill issue moment there, because really, when you have the jump on the jockey and when you're looking at the jockey as a survivor, you are typically expected to win those. But there was no firepower. There was no pressure on the jockey. He took all day and he timed it perfectly, and Shockwave did not get that into. We are going to go straight to live. Akatsuki needs to stay locked in. I mean, look at the smoker. It's still looming about. It's still kind of angling. Yeah, it definitely was angling there. Charger will grab. Smoker will get instantly cleared. Not taking a ton of damage. Double boom. Gohan going to go ahead and press through. I don't think there's any way that they beat the drop down here. But, you know, not a bad first take by Akatsuki.
No, not at all. And yeah, I don't know if they can rush it. I mean, if they're going to rush it, ooh, it's close. No, they can't. There's no way. Gohan is red ping. Okay. Now it's going to be the other side having to deal with the same thing. No, this is going to be crazy. You know, I think I just keep the camera up top. I kept the camera down last time and I missed it up top here, so I'm going to keep the camera up top here from now on.
I mean, you can see Hokori is definitely somewhat angling for this top drop in as well. You know, you got the Hunter, you got the Jockey, both ready for a drop in. You even got the Spitter being held up above for Hokori right now. Even the Charger is climbing up. They're going for a dry gap in, and they're gonna get two as well, and they are going to die too. Is it even possible? They're just gonna trade places. I thought that they didn't even send anyone from down below. I've never in my life seen a hit like that. And Hokori makes it look so damn simple, smooth, and easy. Like it's something that you just see every day.
Wow. That Charger faded them so bad. He chased that Charger down and he just went up above. I think the correct word was outplayed.
I think that is a very accurate word to use. As we have an absolute neck and neck match here, 198 to 198. Akatsuki having a golden moment. A never a clearer opportunity in the world for this team, and Hokori sends it crashing down in an exact mirror of what Akatsuki did to them, even though you know Akatsuki was on a high alert that could happen, and Hokori still manages to push it through. I mean, there's a reason why they are the world champs. It's just, you know, it's unreal. It is unreal.
What creative attack.
And that's, you know, there's always going to be people that say that we're glazing Hokori and that, you know, we're not allowed to say positive things about Hokori. You know, we talk too highly about them, too frequently about them. But, I mean, when you see something like that, it ties it all together for you. I mean, I've seen, you know, it's like a dime a dozen the creative plays that Hokori can come up with that no other team on the map even has that on their radar. And Hokori is just going to pull it out and make it work, and you've never seen anything like it before. So I was amazed by that. It's not the first time that Hokori has ever dropped a showstopper on me like that, but it always hits the exact same. I mean, what a rush they must be feeling right now. And Akatsuki, the exact opposite. I mean, a dead stop with all of their momentum that they had riding into this next chapter here. Hunter, Jockey, Spitter, and a Boomer, 2-2. The hit is going to come out. Hunter comes in with the spit. Jockey's ready to follow up. We'll get plenty of damage onto Aisha there as they almost dip and blow down 90%. And keep in mind, that Chapter 2, that first hit, you're not really usually going to be finding much damage there, ever.
No, that is big, actually, in my opinion, how much value they just got there. Not only that, the spit is still alive. He hasn't got the despawn yet. So it's not going to be included in this next hit, so Hokori should wait. No hit on the transition out. And looks like we're just going to be a normal alley hit, but already the damage has been done with that first one. The kill bonus is almost gone. The question is, are we going to see someone shoot each other with a Hollister? Or not?
I would really prefer not to see that in this championship match, but you never know. Gohan is currently destroying all the tables. They're busting out all the windows.
There's a smoker around here.
Smoker pull. At the same time, Hunter trying to cover. Charger will take it. Everybody dumping it all in onto Aisha as he goes down into the yellow. Down to 26 HP after 2 hits. And Yaft is going to be the tank. Still actually got about 8% left, make it 5% left till this tank comes back or comes in. But I think what Akatsuki is going to do is they're just going to back it up. In fact, we see Gohan. I mean, he's pressed a little bit far forward. As I was spawning in, Jockey does play. Hello? Okay, they've got some players that moved forward in the meantime, and it looked like Ellis on the back line was able to get the shutdown for his SI as well.
Look at Nick.
I hope no one minds us taking these guns.
Nick was trying to chip the tank when he was walking around, but I don't think he got any. No. This is dangerous what Gohan is doing. They're going to shoot this tank up here now. All it takes is, if they have all their infected, one lands, and that tank can make it fast enough to hit that car. Yeah, that's the right thing what they're doing right now, but I don't like that they're running inside.
Ooh.
They're going to try to AI him? No, they're just going to fight him. I don't know how I feel about this now. Take it away.
Let's see it. I actually am very excited to see this, so I'm glad that I'm taking this one away. The smoke pull down into the smack. Oh no, Nicholas. Oh, he does manage to get out of the corner, bopped into another corner, but fortunately very far away from the tank. The tank is almost dead, but the charger does land. The jockey does too. Taking him outside, trying to DoorDash him a meal, and Yap says no thank you, I'm vegan. Oh my god, he is going to go down. Elige is there, but that's going to be it. The reason why I like this inside area is it's pushing forward. You're dodging this choke. You're dodging the choke, walking outside or walking to the event area as well. And also, you can definitely play games on an uninitiated tank. But Hokori's tank, obviously very much initiated, was able to get the gap closer much quicker than Akatsuki probably planned for. And that was some good damage. Great spit. No. Okay, yeah, it is going to be Aisha continuing to take plenty of damage as the DB is eaten into and wide open for even more tinkering there from the side of Hokori.
I was going to say that hit didn't do hardly anything, but Ellis backed up into the spit when he didn't have to. All he had to do was go forward. And he, what was that, like 100 points? 100 bonus? Charger, nice spawn, does land. No spit, so that's why they send it. 100 dice second, Jockey. Everything lands, though, so this is damage still coming out onto Akatsuki. The Boomer's going to sack at the end here to make sure they have a tri-cap with spit. Going to grab Nick with ease. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. All right, and they'll make it through. And I don't know if they'll have time for 2 hits now. It's going to be close.
Depends on what they want to do. Yafta's coming up. There's a smoker spitter right now. You can't really do much with that. There's a charger, maybe a smoke charge spit. No, they are just going to choose to wait. No, they are going to say, okay, they're going to send it on to Ellis. I love it. Ellis getting hit again. Aisha even almost going down there. I mean, just, dude, there goes 50% of the DB. I mean, I don't know what's up with Aisha here. He's just, I don't know. I mean, yeah, what can you say? Okay, what is there to say? I don't know.
And they're going down to commons. They almost couldn't get the pickup. The common slaps were hitting them. They lose almost, but another 20 there. Unfortunately, the pickup, it does bounce back up a little bit, but still, they're going to have a 2 cap and a Boomer. The door's open, but there's too many commons for them to rush. So they're going to get another hit again. 2-2 charge with Jockey. It's going to be hard for the Cappers to land here. Boomer rockets in, lands one, which is going to bring more commons in, maybe delay them rushing in even more. And yeah, they're just going to wait.
Ammo up here.
Hokori taking perfect advantage of the split, and as I say it, just taking more advantage of the split. Jockey, Charger, Spitter, all over Elige as they dip down into 0 DB left. 333 points of bonus left. It's almost 1,000 points for Akatsuki, which I guess isn't bad, but I think Hokori has so much potential here to bust this game wide open, which is not what Akatsuki wants here. Already down 0-1 against the world champs, Hokori.
Yeah, that's rough for them. They killed the tank. No, they were up there, and they are at 57% bonus after they killed the tank. And they still lost 30% more when they didn't have to take a hit after the tank to where they start the button, and that's just not something you can do in the or the championship match. No, you cannot make that happen. Let that happen.
I agree. And it doesn't even really look like their hits ready. Like they do eventually walk it into place. They're looking like they want to go from behind, but they let them walk out so far. Okay, Hunt spit. Whoa. I'm missing the spit. So unfortunate. Aisha is just not on the ball here today, unfortunately. That is just the way it goes sometimes. But he has definitely been feeling the pain here as that first hit not quite getting 1.5%.
Heck yeah.
Outside.
Reloading.
With these, no spawns are ready.
Reloading.
Hokori is about 6 and change % healthier than the other side. Or more healthier, I guess I should say. Healthier.
Reloading.
Yeah, that's a new word I just made up. A new phrase. Healthier.
Reloading.
Interesting. Look where the jockey is. I mean, I like where the jockey spawned, but he just didn't help at all in the attack. It took him too long to get there, but I never seen a jockey spawn around that. I didn't know you could do that.
Look out!
I'm a reload.
Tank gonna be coming in the hands of Gohan. Dude, the question is, does Hokori press forward? I mean, we got 3 members strong here. Okay, they're just gonna play. You're right. I'm right. I mean, this is such a chill tank here.
Take the shotgun.
If you just back it up.
Actually, the tank almost pulled a really big brain play there. They had bad spawns. If he came out right away and there were spawns over there, Grizz couldn't get away from that cop car. But they had a boomer, so they couldn't do it. They're gonna still go for it. Oh, this is risky. Oh, that was close, Knob. You know it? That was pretty close. You gotta be careful.
Okay.
You gotta be careful, the Hollister.
Yep.
I was gonna say, the tank could really take a lot of damage from that. He's lucky.
Boom sneaks in, finds one. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough to do anything with. Maybe if it was 2 or 3. All rolling away ever so slowly. And he's going to abandon that, which is a good call. And now it's good. This is actually pretty good. Hokori does choose to retreat back further. He's still pretty healthy at 4,300. Okay, he can actually funnel them, but Hokori's going to push forward. Gets a punch, the charger whiffs. Puncher will land. Oh, this is going to be rough for the tank. Jockey, punch onto Grizz. Another punch onto Grizz, go for the car, maybe. He misses. No chance. And they will only lose, what is that, 20% to the tank, a little bit less than average. And Hokori doesn't have to eat any pills. No, they're fast.
I feel like that was very close to a tri-cap. But Hokori was too quick with the clears. And SI is not quite all landing in their own right as well. Now, obviously, the one small... Okay, they're going to immediately send that in. Hunt Spit does... And the Spits have been rough. But Hokori going to be able to keep pressing forward. Not too much getting through. They've currently got about 3 times the bonus of Akatsuki. But they do still have, you know, a third of the chapter left to play out. So we'll see how it goes.
I think it's quad. Could be off. Yeah, it's quad try. Hokori, I don't think they know about it. And they're not in position to go for it. Oh, here it goes. No, this ain't gonna work. Nobody comes from down below, and that's just easy work for Hokori. Kind of a thrown away quad. And now the charger died at the end, so it's gonna be a Putu coming in here for Akatsuki. And they're in danger of going down about 600 after 2 now, with the way this momentum is going.
I think they needed to pull the trigger faster if they were gonna do that. I mean, I get, like, the idea was pretty cool, but it looked kind of silly because they did have that moment of delay. Smoker Jockey, they do get lasered down. Boom finds 2, but Hokori going to be able to press through with 950 bonus left. They only took about 10 damage, or 10 or 20. They lost about 10 to 20 bonus between both the quad and that 2-2.
They've already triggered the event, and spawns are still coming up in the cycle, so this is the last hit. Tricap with spit. Good spawns. They need to really make this count. And when are they ready? Hunter's making his noise. Here comes the Smoker. Charger rockets in. Smoker pull. Charger has no idea what he even wants to do. And eventually gets killed. And not a lot coming out from Akatsuki here. It's almost disappointing.
It is. It feels like they are out of gas, but we got to keep in mind, we're looking from our perspective. The truth is that, as players of the game, you got to recognize that there is still plenty of room to come back. 600 points they're down. Big chapter coming up that is really going to set the stage for the rest of the way that this plays out. Either Hokori, get a win here and they get kind of an easy street finale, or this could be the moment that Akatsuki starts to break back into it. 27% tank. The flip potential is definitely there on this chapter, and this 27 is a little bit weird.
Wow, you're right. It is. I do believe they're able to get out of the cubicles, though.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think
It's
you're
close.
probably right. I think you're probably right.
I don't know. I don't know if the play is to hold the spitter and not let Hokori out. Maybe you hold the spitter and just pray that whoever the spitter is going to be your tank. And that would be the call.
Boomer?
I think it's either Boomer or Spitter. Whoever becomes the tank, Boomer or Spitter, you got to go with that play.
Okay.
And no matter what first hit, we'll see who it's going to be. To see who the Boomer and Spitter is. Elige, Gohan, and Elige is the tank. He should hold this Spitter. If he can stay alive, Spitter. No! He dies! Big misplay, no. He needed to stay alive and run forward. Corey's going to get into that room easily now.
I agree.
Maybe not, actually. Maybe not.
I mean, the spawns are close to coming up, sure, but it does look like Hokori's going to be able to get in there. Smoker, Charger. Oh, they had some crazy thoughts there for a moment about it. He's going to go ahead and roll it in with the Jockey Smoker Charger ready to go before Hokori's quite gotten into position. One smack, make it 2, down into the corner it goes. Ellis Shockwave is going to be going down here, but Elise's already on 1700. Down goes Shockwave. Jockey's in a little bit early, still hopping around. Smoker pull. Charger grabs one, tank is smacking around. Elige will go down. There's a ton of damage coming out. It's not quite the wipe that Akatsuki obviously would have loved, but it's still tons of damage at an area where it's not that easy to get a ton of damage with the tank.
Yeah, I still think they did a good job. I agree now. This is a good tank coming out from Akatsuki, but I would have loved to see the Charger actually try to tri-cap the survivors when they land the 2-cap, or when they almost land a 2-cap. See if they go for the win, but the Hunter blasted out of the sky. Free spit. Boomer stumble. Jockey might be able to grab him. Goes for it. Oh, he gets him! This is good damage! Alright. Down to 52%. Pretty good from Akatsuki. They're getting some momentum here now.
The Jockey's winning their 1v1s here for Akatsuki. But they need a little bit more than that. There's potential. Oh. Okay, they're just chilling with it. Yeah, that's interesting to say the least. 2SI's going down. Zyko's slow, sure, but they don't. I mean, they're not gonna pop their pills regardless. Like Grizz was already slow, and he's not popping them either because they got this event to wait out. So they're gonna press the button. They're gonna set up, and the hit's not even ready yet. So I don't know. Akatsuki, that hit was kind of crazy. They've got to make every hit count here. Yeah, I mean, Gohan's here on 6 damage. They gotta find some damage here.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay. They're not gonna have a charger, and they're not gonna have a spitter.
Ammunition.
Huh. I think those are two things that I would really like at the area that's about to come up.
Especially since the gate's gonna start opening. Well, it hasn't opened yet, but now it's gonna start opening. Jockey grabs Grizz, not enough to get the in cap. Okay, he's in danger of getting in capped if he don't pop now, and he does. Okay. Oh,
Fancy tramp.
that pull down would have been huge, by the way.
You're right. Hunter does get him on spit. I tried that same Hunter against Blue Eater 1, 2, 3, and he was able to get the skeet, but Hokori was not.
Smoker trying. Oh, Survivor fell off.
Yes, he did.
They have to take the Survivor. Oh, they don't have spawns to grab him, though. So this will give Akatsuki time to set up on the inside. Do they get another spit try? I didn't see. Yes. Question is, can they make it work here? Corey is low down into a more advantageous area.
They have to. They have to make this work. And it doesn't. It really doesn't. At all. A jockey lands for a moment, but the spinner's way up on cloud 9. The charger goes in raw, doesn't get anybody with him. That as far as I'm concerned, that's the last nail in the coffin here. We got Hokori about to get 1,200 point lock-in, and there's plenty of shenanigans on this last ladder section, but I don't know. Hokori looks so incredibly choreographed through that area. That's going to be tough. They do get a hunt spit through, okay? Kind of feels like peanuts, but it is something to try to chip down this remaining bonus, which is quite a lot.
467 is still pretty much, in my opinion, considering how much damage they took at the tank.
Yep.
And now they only have one more chance, and this is not a really easy spot to get damage in. It's tough. See if they can sneak anything in out of the 470 they have. They got rid of 20 there. But they only have cappers left. Oh, that's big.
Oh my.
All right. Look at that.
404.
Interesting number, now. What are you saying? 404.
Interesting number.
404 bonus not found.
Hope not found. Yeah, bonus was found, actually. A good chunk of it. And it's going to put Hokori at what I would say is a pretty comfortable position here. It looks like Akatsuki really, really desperately needs to get at least like 600 bonus. Ideally more, but we'll see what they can do here. The tank is definitely an opportunity for Akatsuki to shut it down and really make something happen. But their survivor play, almost said their survivor slay, it just has not been. It's not been slaying. That much is for sure. As the hit comes out, Hunter hopping through, not gonna get it. Jockey, nope. Beautiful first take from Akatsuki. I will give them that.
And they're going to be able to take this for free, but the only problem is, look at what Zyko did.
Yep.
Zyko
Saving that boom.
to hold that boomer. And this could be very disastrous for Akatsuki here.
Yep.
This boomer, oh, he's got the spawn. Oh, they blocked the boomer spawn. Oh, that was huge, but they're getting, oh, what a play.
Wow.
And the tank has to back out. Okay, no, this is everything you needed to mount a comeback for Akatsuki. They got to be feeling good right now.
Yeah. Well done by Akatsuki. I felt like Hokori kind of tried to hit him with the noob trap there with the boom and the cubicle, but Akatsuki said, I mean, we play Dice Scraper every week, basically. Like, we are definitely prepared for any Dice Scraper shenanigans, and well done by them.
All right, when he goes in, why don't you take us away? No, because I definitely had the last guy. How about you?
Charger, Smoker, and a Hunter as they back up. Coach kind of waiting by, missing the first smack, but Ellis gives him the corner. And this is not pretty here. Sexito is going to get finished off quite easily. Smoker pull. Hunter covering. Gohan has to do that. Then go deal with the Smoker. Down goes Sexito. And look at Grizz with the decommit here. Round a corner. This is not where Sexito really wanted to get dropped off at. This is not his daycare. The 1500 HP, no more than that left for Grizz. Jockey spawns in, kind of awkward spawn from Shockwave there. Just kind of, yeah, I don't know what the gameplay. Okay, he's gonna escort him in. He's gonna serve as just extra HP. They land a double cap. Oh my goodness, getting more free damage out. Grizz will go down, but plenty of damage coming out. I was so confused by the jockey at first, but then I actually started to love it as he just ran next to the tank and was like, if you shoot me, you're not shooting the tank. So I actually thought that was kind of ingenious out of Hokori there.
Yeah, I mean, the tank had his corner, and they didn't shoot him when they were focusing their SIs. And
yeah,
that's what Hokori is good at, getting the guns off the tank when he has the corner, and they managed to get an extra 3 punches onto the survivors, which is about 15% more damage. Akatsuki was about to be on top with about 70% bonus, and look what happened.
And right now they do have about double the bonus that Hokori walked in with, but look at that. I mean, this is what I was worried, and they walk into a quick smoke as well. The clears come out quick, but I mean, oh my god, it's so beautiful. The double charge, spit comes out, the smoker on the cover. It's just like, you know, what was the play from Akatsuki on their SI side? Remember that? The charger like charged into a wall and then like smacked the survivors one time, and that was the entire hit. Whereas Akatsuki just got, given a much more powerful hit in the hands of Hokori. An atomic bomb hit. Didn't amount to too much damage. We'll see if they can sneak in a little bit more here. Charger comes in. Yeah, it's tough to find the damage in here as the boom comes in last and dies off as well. 710 bonus remains, but that's only 300 points of advantage. I don't know. If they can keep it all, it's great. I just don't see them doing it.
No, I don't either. I'll be honest with you, especially with whatever Ellis is trying to pull here by being separated from his team.
Yeah.
Finally rejoins, but Hokori has their spawns up, and I don't think they're gonna hit. They know that this is endless, and we'll just wait.
Thank you.
And I don't disagree with Hokori waiting this out. Let the bleed happen.
Look. Oh my god, Aisha drops down, the Charger spawns in, now the Hunter takes him to the spit. I mean, that was just a crazy play out of Aisha. It's gonna go down, and they're gonna cash it in on that hit. I don't know, that was like a bait? What exactly that idea was out of Aisha. They're gonna try to run down the stairwell area, which Gohan is doing it so far. Will they be able to get all the way up? Yeah, they will. Okay, I guess they'll take that, I guess. But at the same time, not really, right, MK? Because, I mean, they went from 710 to 400 bonus. So it's not that great. The jockey lands on the head, takes them into the spit for a moment. Nick has to run through the spit. And guess what? They've lost the round by quite a hefty amount after being 710 up just a few moments earlier. 710 bonus.
Yeah, it looks like Akatsuki knows the inevitable, unless actually it's not the inevitable because there's still a lot you can do early on the next map.
Yeah.
You'll get a pull down, gets cleared though pretty quickly. No damage comes out of it, but now there is. Oh, they closes the door on the Hunter and it gets him skeeted. Oh, the Charger does land. Everything else dies, but they'll get 10 more damage. And it looks like the safe room is now within their grasp with 192 points of bonus, which will put them just over 2,000, down about 800.
I would say it's less about potential for Akatsuki right now and more about the vibes in the war room. I think that the vibes are probably not riding very high right now for Akatsuki. And, if there's one thing that you need, it is the proper headspace to be able to respond to these split-second challenges that the world champions are throwing your way. And if Akatsuki's thinking, we're out, we're not having a good time, this is, horrible, then they're not going to be ready to answer the questions that Hokori are going to send their way, the challenges. So we do see Hokori up by over 800 here, which is quite a secure amount. going into this finale. But you did touch on something very important, which is the early perils here on this chapter 4.
Yeah, and Akatsuki kind of have to bank everything on it. You know, they have to. I mean, this is 800 distance, which is a beneficial for Akatsuki, but they're already down 800, which means if Hokori just didn't go at all, they would need to make it with 30 bonus to win, and that's very difficult just to do in general. So if Hokori makes it to the tank, and Akatsuki is really going to have to perform, and the only thing that they're going to kill is this boomer, and nothing else to go out, they're going to wait at the choke point and see what they can pull off. This is going to be it. This is probably the tournament life for Akatsuki at this choke point. I think one has to die at least, though. I don't know. I think that's what has to
I
happen.
agree. Do or die territory. I'm gonna say even if they survive, even if none of them die here, there is the area where they're pressing the button that they can also try to get that charge at. So I'm not gonna completely count them out, but come on, we gotta make something happen here. We gotta get a player down. We got the smoker causing the noise. Coach climbs up the side. He's ready to kind of pick. He's looking more at the doorway currently, trying to open up that doorway so that they can see the SIs on the other side, or maybe even prevent spawns being able to get in there. Got to go to the side room. Rochelle does climb up in the meantime, just gets right up there. No smoke challenge. Jockey, look, I mean, what thing's that? The smoker is going to need a Hail Mary, and he's on 80 HP. Everybody's looking at him. Yeah, that is an easy as pie shutdown there for Hokori, and we're going to the button. I said, I'd give him the button as well. We've got a charge coming up right now in 5 seconds, actually, in the hands of a liege. Oh, actually, maybe not. It actually might not even be. It might be a hunter. It is a hunter. They don't even have the charge on the button, MK.
Nope. You know what that means? That means another 200 points for Hokori before the first tank. So they were down 830 from the gate, and now it is almost 200, and it will be an additional. So they're going to be needing 450 bonus if they wipe at the first tank for Akatsuki to make this comeback. Still possible, or they could quad him early, but I don't think Hokori will allow that. They'll hide in the room if they know there's a quad sack.
Charge does come. Oh, the M2 on the jockey as the smoker comes in. They do still manage to land those, but, just getting some damage through.
I can't believe they land the 2-cap in there, and the spitter just spit blocks, and Nick has to walk through it to clear it. It actually was a very good planned hit. It works very well, gets a lot of damage. The spitter is trying to stay alive the best that it can, and they're going to get another spit hit. Ooh, with the hunter and charger, good possibilities. Spitter got to start walking in, though, if he wants to be able to be included in the hit. Pre-spit. Oh, look at the charger spawn! Oh, what a spawn! 1 slam! 2 slams! Not 3, though. That was a heck of a spawn!
I love it. I love it.
He spawned behind the COVID ball, I'm pretty sure.
Amazing. Aisha, he's not been having the best series, I gotta say. And it is going to be his tank. A lot of pressure on board for him. We are going to have a hunter, smoker, jockey, spitter in the meantime, but then it is basically the witching hour here for this tank to come in. 3/4 of the bonus left for Hokori. Plenty of HP to go around, and they're not really in position. There's at least that spitter. The tank is down below. Oh my god, look at this fight! He's got Ellis in the corner, but there's no COVID ball here, so the survivors can't just laser it down. Second goes in and pops the pills. He's up top alone. Jockey, Smoker are both trying. He gets the 1v1. The Jockey does. Aisha is taking him down the hallway. It's just one player left alive. It's Zyko. Do or dies. 33 HP is dead. It's done. That is going to be the wipe. Absolutely unbelievable, remarkable moment here for Akatsuki. Now, the caveat is Akatsuki is going to require bonus, right? Because they have 800 distance. They also need the extra 400 points in order to be able to topple Hokori. but it is something. It is something.
Yeah, I'm figuring out the exact math. I think I'm off a little bit, but I just want to make sure. They need 388 bonus. That's the magic number. 388 to tie, and that is possible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Akatsuki gets a glimmer of hope. We see the first wipe of the game go out. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. We saw double wipes on Chapter 1. I take that back. Third wipe of the game going on to Hokori. And that's exactly what Akatsuki needed. They have the chance. They got to kill 2 tanks. No, they have no choice. And they need bonus.
It's up to Hokori here, and they have not been very forgiving with their SI play so far. It has been a lot of nasty, nasty hits onto Akatsuki. They're already down 1.4% from friendly fire. If I do MVP, we got Aisha with 8 points of friendly fire. I mean, is the guy drunk? Like, I don't know what's going on with Aisha in this championship series, but it definitely has been a liability here so far. We got a jockey, charger, and a smoker. Smoke pull immediately. Not going to find it. 40 HP left on the smoker. He is going to have another shot at it. Charger comes in from behind. Dude, what are we doing? He almost loses his life there. Plenty of damage coming out, but it is not going to be the death. Even though I really feel like it should have been, it's not going to be the death.
No, the charger got stuck on the outside metal frame. It looked like I think it was really close, but
Heartbreaker.
Akatsuki will get a chance to start the button. They will have to go into the starting of this event with minus 10% of their health having to deal with that choke point, which is kind of a lot of damage. Charger, he misses the rocket jump in the hole, and Nick isn't having it, so he backs off. He M2s the jockey. Charger just comes in, everything melted away.
Okay.
Nice shutdown, and okay, they still have 0.9 plus that 90%. They can manage to keep 90% of the bonus into the tank now, which is a challenge, but I think that's kind of what they need to do.
Yeah, they need to make it work. I like this idea from Gohan. If you can jump up on top the COVID ball, I like that spot. You got to be trusting of your team. He's trying to make it happen. He wasn't able to do it. Smoke pull down in the meantime. Rochelle gets dropped down. I would have loved if the jockey or the hunter went for her, but the smoker is instead, and he is going to get taken down quick. As they do, I mean, the damage is getting through, as is to be expected. You know, it's nothing major, but it is a couple percentage points here and there. And in fact, it could definitely be more because this isn't the safest area. I really like this Chapter 4 of 4 Dice Scripture Redux. This is kind of a much more challenging spot than a lot of, hold out and wait areas of different campaigns. So there is going to be the auditorium, not the auditorium, this kind of conference room on the side. Ellis actually wins his 1v1, but the Charger still gets in onto Coach. Garrett Nick gives him a big smackdown. Aisha continuing to just get absolutely busted up here as he is on 54 HP. 3/4 of the bonus left. And yeah, it's possible, but look at that. You're going to have the pleasure of this shockwave tank. Take it away.
Oh, he's in right away without hesitation. They go. They have a 2-cap with a boomer. Oh, Smoker shut down. Hunter gets skeeted. He doesn't have a corner. Oh, no, this is dead. This is detrimental to Shockwave. He needs to get a punch. That guy is gone. He turns, and he gets 1 punch. 2 punches that he should not have gotten, and Gohan threw away some points there, but that is a great turn of events for Akatsuki. They have such an opportunity to still do this now. 1,177 points left. Woo!
I think this is a wake-up call for Hokori here. Like, unless we want to play Campaign 3, we kind of need to seal the deal here on this next one. They don't have another lifeline, but yeah, I mean, they've still got plenty of hits in the meantime. They're going to send one in. Charger gets lasered down. It feels a little bit lazy for me. The smoker does get a ding or two, but we're looking at that. I mean, post-tank scenario, they barely even dipped down. They went from 3/4 to 2/3, which that isn't that much of a difference here. The difference of about, 10%, or even less than that. So, wow.
I think this is the last hit they're going to get before the tank. It's going to be a 2-2 as well with a Hunter and a Charger. Akatsuki really need to shut this down, and they can still suffer 2 in caps and be perfectly fine. So they are in good shape right now. But Hokori is waiting, and it looks like they holding this hit. See if they get the tank spawn in an unadvantageous spot for the survivors. They are, and Agatsi's just going to move through it, so they're going to hit on the transition.
Watch out!
Hunter, and they'll make it. Are they going to hit? Spitter gets picked, huh?
Well done.
Nino, what's going on with the Hokori?
I couldn't tell you.
And this is the final tank of this campaign into the hands of Shockwave as the Charger dies.
Dude, he's dead! Aisha died! What the hell? That's how it's gonna do.
Wait, what happened?
And Elite says it's Destiny. Aisha got charged and got cleared mid-charge and he just died. And so they're calling the GG. They're saying that's the, I mean, what a absolutely horrible, horrible, horrible way to end a match with a glitch, with a bug. I mean, it's disgusting, it's nauseating, but that is the way it goes. I like to see that Akatsuki is having a good attitude about it as they do get triple cap there. That is going to be the end, and what a finisher it is.
And that's going to be Hokori winning the Blazing Cup with a campaign score of 3,210 to 2,566. What a wild ending.